Recount Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Ding dong. Hello?
Everybody three count. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get here because I was cute, or because I came from some famous wrestling family, or because I sucked up to the right people. I got here because I am good. I earned this championship.
Frustrated into the goddamn word for it. This is bullshit.
Brett made a very, very selfish decision. Brett's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. Brett screwed Brett. I have no sympathy whatsoever for Brett.
This is my show, and I'm sick of all of you calling me the coward. You're the cowards. I'm the one here day in and day out in that wrestling ring, beating people up. Thank you very much.
I don't steal opportunities. I am the opportunity.
3 ain't enough now. I need 5. Welcome in, Jim.
I'm an idiot.
Ryan.
I'm a sausage guy.
Matt.
Who gives a shit?
Tim.
Right on the cock.
And intern Mark.
Hi, boys.
I'm going to tell y'all with a tear in my eye, this is the greatest moment in my life.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 3 Count Thursday. We're live June the 17th, 2021, and we are still the podcast of the millennium. We are glad that you are joining us here tonight. No matter what brings you here, we're glad you're taking some time out of your day, out of your life to join us. And if you're following along with us on the live video, give it a like, give it a share. We would appreciate that. Go to our website, 3countthursday.com. That's where you find all of our social media links. Of course, our merchandise over at whatamaneuver.net.
What a maneuver.
Thank you, Tim. Our Patreon page, patreon.com/3countthursday. Our Collar and Elbow brand deal, store.collarandelbowbrand.com. Use promo code 3count for 10% off each and every order. Our home network, of course, is NGSC Sports. Go to ngscsports.com. And our secondary home is the Leap Sports and Music Network. Ryan, could you let the people know where they could find the Leap Sports and Music Network?
Yes, you would use the letters LEEIB Sports.com.
Those would be the ones. So again, thanks for joining us. Again, like and share the video. Get as many people in here interacting with us. We'd appreciate that and hope you are doing well. Thank you to those who are already tuned in with us. Let's start with I'll say it, one of the reasons why we're a little late to the party tonight. Intern Mark.
How you doing?
Good. I'm good. It was my fault. Everybody out there watching, listening, however you get this podcast, it was my fault. I dropped the ball tonight. Let me explain to you what happened. There's this young man trying to get his Eagle Scout, and he's selling egg rolls for the egg roll lady. And if you've ever been to Saturday's Market and had the egg roll lady egg rolls, they're really good. So he says, "Hey, I have your egg rolls today. I'll be over about 7:30. I said, "Okay, I have a podcast I got to do by 8. So I'm waiting. And he showed up about 5 minutes ago with the egg rolls. So it was my bad. It was me.
No, it was on that. It was on that kid. It was on that freaking kid. You say
It was on that
7:30,
kid.
You get
It was
your
on Cody.
you get your ass that. Oh, of course his name's Cody. Of course.
Cody.
Everything bad when it relates anything close to a wrestling or a wrestling podcast. Cody.
Cody sabotaged us.
But
those
Cody,
egg rolls are really good.
they are. If you were ever at Saturday's Market, if you've ever been at a development yard sale in the greater Lancaster County, Lebanon County area, you've probably had the egg rolls. I think she does like fried rice too at the yard sales, and it is delicious. If you've never eaten fried rice and egg rolls at like 7:45 in the morning while yard sailing,
Somebody's front lawn.
You're not from around here. There was many a breakfast when I was growing up. It's probably the reason I'm as fat as I am, where breakfast were hot dogs, Pepsis, egg rolls, fried rice. And I was just in that same boat last week, and I was playing in a golf tournament that like teed off at 7:30, and like I had my first beer and hot dog at like 7:45 a.m. So
I'll be darned.
It's a way of life, people.
They're good. Egg roll lady.
Ryan,
How you doing?
It is a way of life. Jim, I'm doing real good. Real good. I'm gonna cut it as short as I can. I'd like to.
I missed that when Mark was talking.
Oh, that's fair.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, boys.
It's like I didn't even know you got a sound effect for me, but I guess I shouldn't ask for that.
Oh,
because I know what happens. I know you do.
Right, there it is.
I'm a sausage guy. I'll take a shot in the mouth. Oh, come on. I needed one, not the whole list of them. What was that one? It's big. It's enormous. It doesn't even sound like me.
It is definitely.
I'd like to take this time to talk about an upcoming what?
It's definitely you.
An upcoming independent show this Friday night and Saturday night. My internet seems to be really wonky. So, am I coming through clear to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I seem to be lagging on my end. Okay. This Friday night, so good. This Friday night, this Saturday night, CCW and Valor, they're teaming up. They're coming together to form one superpower for this weekend. Friday night, how about some hardcore? Saturday night, hardcore hangover. It is in beautiful Lebanon, Pennsylvania, up at the Eagles Nest, the Eagles Hall, 116 East or 8th Street, something like that. Don't quote me. 116 8th Street.
If you go to Valor Pro Wrestling or Classic Championship Wrestling on Facebook,
yeah, the old CCW, right?
You'll find the.
There's a ton of matches Friday night. Violence Inc. That's our buddy Rob Noxious taking on Ping and Stefan. Adrian Bliss taking on the Icon BJ Walker. Jim, you're a big Icon fan. The Truth Serum are taking on Pi Slamma Jamma. That's a great tag team. They've got a like Greek college sort of vibe to them. General Kiesel taking on Andy Header. Dorian Black, he's the CCW champion. Open challenge. Bro Keller, Ty Awesome, Melvin McPoindexter in a Sky's the Limit match. The return.
Wait. Melvin McPoindexter.
That's correct. Melvin McPoindexter.
Any relation to Dexter McPoindexter?
You're going to have to show up Friday night and ask yourself. That is how I will get you there.
I'll wait for the pictures.
We have the return of the Red Scorpion. The Red Scorpion's back. Fresh off his honeymoon?
Fresh off getting scorpified.
Yeah.
You say the Scorpion's back.
Yeah, no, he didn't literally rape him.
Delicious taking on Mike City, and then Mal Havoc. Mal Havoc's a big boy.
Yeah.
Mal Havoc is issuing a body slam challenge. If you've not seen Mal, he is a big boy.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot to body slam him. I met Mal numerous times, worked some shows with him. It's like me and Jim hugging, and then you'd have to slam us.
Yeah, that's actually close to accurate. I would say he's a big hog,
big boy,
big man. Yeah, it's
hell of a wrestler, big boy.
It's gonna take a big man to body slam old Mal Havoc.
Yep,
sure.
that's all I have. So come out Friday night, come out Saturday. Tickets still available. I think $40 gets you into both nights. It's a great deal. Let's trust the science. Let's get your shots. Let's get vaccinated. Superpowers. Look, doesn't even stick. You're gonna be fine. Coming out, have some fun.
Sure, I have something metal. I have something metal around here.
I actually hit myself harder than I wanted to with those keys. Look at that.
Doesn't stick.
Look at that.
Doesn't stick. What's up, Scotty? Scotty joining us. Ty joining us. Mike, Chris, Ann, Charles, Zach, Devin. We got a full crew.
Hi, everybody.
In here. We got a full crew. I just noticed Matt's picture. Matt's picture. Good old Seamus. Matt.
I totally missed it. Yeah, I haven't.
How
put
has
it up
Matt
yet.
gotten like multiple vacations and like none of us get any vacations? But
we're dumb.
That's neither here nor there. He's just soaking it up for everybody. Tim.
He's lucky.
How you doing? I'm good now that I just had to rebuild the show on the fly. We're good. Everything's great. I'm good.
Tim, I'll give you some egg rolls.
No, it's okay. You can save the egg rolls.
Oh, here it comes.
And you can give me a Super Berry Zoa. Straight from the islands.
So Scotty says Facebook doesn't notify him when we go live. So if you're following along with us, make sure you go to our page, double check your notification settings, because Facebook gets really weird sometimes with the algorithms.
They
and
change the algorithms
and the lives and the bullshits and all that. So make sure you're notified when we go live. Just double check your notifications, share the video, make sure you share it, that get more people that maybe see your posts, your feeds, and we'll get more people in here. Watermelon. What the hell does watermelon mean?
Because we're talking about super melons.
Ah, got it.
Yep.
Got it.
Watermelon.
Sorry, it's not super
Scotty
melon.
says they're the same. I don't know. I don't know. Facebook. They must be anti 3 Count Thursday or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they are.
But hopefully
we're moving to YouTube.
Yeah.
Facebook
What the hell?
F with us. We're moving to YouTube.
You
live.
can find us there too.
YouTube.
Oh no, we're going live.
Fuck it. We're
Live on the YouTube. Tell him, Bill.
Going live.
Yeah, Bill.
All right. Let's dig in here. Let's
Jim, how you doing?
Today was a bad day. I'll talk more about it at the end of the show, because if I talk about it now, I won't make it through the show.
So I have a question. Does it have anything to do with the sign that is behind you when you realize that Todd Pettengill changed his beeper number?
Maybe. Yeah. I was so happy to see old Todd on Sunday.
It was good to see him.
I love me some Todd. I hope it's only the beginning. I hope we see more Todd Pettengill. But I'll talk about it more. If you've been with us since the very start of this show and you saw me hold something up, then you can put the pieces together. Today was a bad day, but I'm really happy to get a little bit of distraction with you guys and with the fans and talking wrestling, because it's definitely something I need tonight. So let's kick it off with one of our weekly segments. We are looking at June the 17th in pro wrestling history. 2 birthdays today. Clarence Mason. We all remember the great lawyer, Clarence Mason, born 1965, and Minoru Suzuki was born today in 1968. 1995, ECW holds barbed wire, hoodies, and choke slams before 1,150 fans at the ECW Arena in Philly, PA. Show featured 9 matches, and the main event was the Sandman defeating Cactus Jack by knockout to retain the ECW World Heavyweight title in a barbed wire match, the second of 5 such matches in ECW history. Cactus had the match won when Sandman couldn't respond to a 10 count, but referee Bill Alfonso, who was the heel referee gimmick at the time, claiming he was sent by the State Athletic Commission, stated that a barbed wire match couldn't end on a 10 count. Sandman then grabbed Jack from behind, choked him out with barbed wire to get the win. When the arena realized that Cactus didn't win the belt, they went ballistic. 911 and Paul Heyman, who had been trying to grab Alfonso to chokeslam him, chased him around ringside. The audience surged, shoving the railing against the ring apron in an attempt to trap Alfonso, who barely jumped out of the ring, made it to the back. That night, fans with baseball bats were waiting outside for Alfonso, who ended up having to be smuggled out of the back of the building in the trunk of a car. So, quite the night in South Philly.
God, miss ECW.
In 2002, Britain's highest court, the House of Lords, ruled that the World Wildlife Fund, not WWE, owned the rights to the WWF initials. The ruling came down upholding the 2001 ruling from British High Court that had prevented the company now known as WWE from using the WWF initials after the fund claimed sole ownership of them. WWF changed their name to WWE in May 2002 after losing the earlier ruling. In that earlier decision, the High Court ruled that WWE breached a January 1994 agreement that they had come to with the fund as to how WWF would be used. Ironically enough, it was the internet that caused the name change to WWE, as the fund asserted that WWF.com would create confusion among web surfers. 2007, TNA holds their third Slammiversary pay-per-view from the Nashville Municipal Auditorium, Nashville, Tennessee, in front of 3,500 fans. The tagline for the show was Massacre in the Music City. The show featured 10 matches in the main event. Kurt Angle defeated Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Christian Cage, and Chris Harris in a King of the Mountain match to win the vacant TNA World Heavyweight Championship. 2012, WWE holds their 12th and final No Way Out pay-per-view from the Izod Center in East Rutherford, New Jersey, in front of 10,001 fans with a buy rate of 194,000. The tagline of the show was Yes, Yes, Yes. The show featured 10 matches, and the main event was John Cena with Mr. McMahon beating The Big Show with John Laurinaitis by escaping the cage, causing Laurinaitis to be fired. Had Big Show won, John Cena would have been fired. And finally, 2018, WWE holds their 9th Money in the Bank pay-per-view from the Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois, in front of 15,214 fans. The tagline of the show was The Irresistible Force meets the baddest woman on the planet. The show had 11 matches. In the main event, Braun Strowman beat Bobby Roode, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, Rusev, Samoa Joe, and The Miz in the Money in the Bank ladder match. And those were the events that occurred June the 17th in pro wrestling history. That was also the show where Alexa had won the Money in the Bank and then cashed it in like an hour later. So if that rings a bell as well. So that was that. So before we get to our wrestler of the week, let's look back to this past Sunday with NXT Takeover in your house. That is why I still kept the Todd Pettengill sign behind me, because I'm still marking out over the fact that Todd Pettengill was on my TV screen on Sunday. NXT Takeover. Obviously, if you want a full, more comprehensive review, check out the show Tim does with his pal Marcus, the Viewer's Choice. Great listen. I love that one. But is there a match, a moment, a thought from the show that you got, any of you guys want to specifically talk about? I love Brian. You look very unsure. I jokingly said last week on the show that this takeover was the in your house of takeovers, and I feel like that was one of the more accurate statements I've ever made on this show. Right? I mean, it wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination. I thought the opening match was the best match. Bronson and MSK versus Legado del Fantasma. That was like And I'm not even been like I've never even been the biggest Bronson Reed guy, but I really enjoyed that match.
Reed was great in that match. Reed had made me a fan out of that performance on that match, for sure. I mean, I liked the $1 million ladder match as well. I didn't have an issue with that, other than they put the belts in a case.
Well, I think it's because of the way that the belt clasps together.
Probably you can't use fucking Velcro on this one, and the WWE just didn't know what to do.
I think Roman's Universal title has snaps again.
Does it?
I believe so.
I need a picture to verify. So somebody listening, find that for me, because I can't believe.
I noticed it 2 weeks ago, because even with the Velcro, the round top snap part still exists. Like it still has snap.
Correct.
But the bottom part, the receiving end of the snap, I guess you could call it. That's the part that you usually see the Velcro on. I'm pretty sure I saw with Roman Reigns on SmackDown the other week. I
mean, it's hard to acknowledge a man that has to use Velcro sneaker or Velcro belt as like
honestly,
the head
Velcro
of
on the belts doesn't bother me that much,
God.
and maybe it's because and I probably would have never known this if I didn't listen to the Pritchard show, but Macho Man used to use Velcro on his tight.
And the reason why he did
is to get it off quick.
And also, he's a little guy. WWE,
right in the land of the Giants at the time.
WWE is full of all of these biker-sized wrestlers, not like biker like motorcyclist, but like actual like Tour de France thin guys
with one testicle.
Now, I didn't say Lance Armstrongian. I said Tour de Francian.
Oh, my bad.
You know, like what's the Landis guy? Him.
He was, I think, Floyd Landis.
Yeah.
So you're
Floyd
talking.
Landis.
So you said the WWE is full of blood dopers.
When in Rome.
But yeah, it never. I mean, do I prefer snaps? Sure, but I don't know. It just
for a guy that picks apart people's boots, you being like, yeah, tie it with twine. I don't give a shit.
I'm a boot guy. I'm not necessarily a belt guy.
I'm glad you focus on the boots they wrestle in and not the titles they wrestle for.
Yeah. He's got tiny boots. He's a big man wearing tiny boots. How does that
makes
make
you
sense?
appreciate his monstrous calves?
Yeah, he's got gigantic calves.
By the way, I love his nameplate. They're going with like the whole King Kong sort of.
Oh, I don't think I noticed it.
His
Like,
nameplate has a custom nameplate, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll have to find it at some point. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Roman's back to snap.
Yeah, I don't think this was the worst takeover I've ever seen. Like, it's not Philadelphia, but it clearly wasn't the best. I mean, Mae Young finally got out of her chair and walked again. That's a big deal. I thought she was dead.
Mae Young.
Sure.
That's Mei Ying, Ryan.
That's Mei Ying.
Yeah,
Yingling,
not Mei Young.
Yingling, yeah.
No shit.
Well, no, Yingling spelled a whole different way. But
I got that bonus question wrong.
That that match wasn't great.
Like,
did I because I saw some people praising that match? Did I miss something in that match?
Nah, I didn't see nothing in that match. No offense.
I was a little disappointed in that match.
And I like Mercedes a lot.
I do too.
Literally, I was done with Takeover after the opener.
You just you blew your load and you were out.
It wasn't even that I blew my load. Is it like I was ready? I was ready to get excited about something. And then Mercedes and Lee happens, and that was okay. And then Cameron Grimes and LA Knight have a match. They have a ladder match. That they had a ladder match last Takeover for an actual title. So we're going to do another ladder match this Takeover for a fake title.
Whoa.
And the ladder match.
Oh.
Again.
Whoa.
Next, you're going to tell me AEW's FTW championship is fake too.
But they're not going to have a ladder match for it.
Why not?
Give them
Because it
time.
doesn't exist.
They have a ladder match for a giant freaking poker chip. That doesn't really exist.
But what it
But they've
signifies
done
does.
it.
That's a
Either way,
hemorrhoid
either
donut,
way.
not a poker chip.
It's a donut?
Ember Moon and Raquel Gonzalez.
Total miss.
Why you let Ember Move do all of the moves?
Yeah.
Like Raquel Gonzalez is supposed to be the largest woman, the most dominating force in NXT, and you let Ember Moon bust her up like that? No. That's an L. And then
she kicked out of her finish.
And
does that mean anything?
Not
anymore. Right.
Right.
I mean,
I guess you could say the match kind of eclipsed that.
Nope, Mark, we don't have time for that shit tonight.
Ridiculous.
Maybe if you'd have been here at 8 o'clock, we'd have had time for it. But we started late,
That's
so
fair.
we're eating all your time up.
That's fair.
Christ is wrong, bitch.
I'll be quiet.
It's okay.
Yeah, we don't want you to be
fair.
quiet.
No,
I met with Mark last Friday,
I'm
and we got talking about one of the shows you wanted to talk about tonight, Mark. What was that one show?
Yeah. Do we have a minute?
I think we have a
Let's
minute.
Sure.
All right, let's make some time.
I didn't even know this show existed.
So Ryan and I, Smokey and I were talking. I'm caught up on everything 90 Day Fiance. So I started to wander a little bit in the TLC realm, and I found a show called Seeking Sister Wives. So you're probably thinking, well, what the devil's that all about? Well, I'm glad you asked, Jim. Seeking Sister Wives, you have generally it's a married couple and they're a plural couple. So
What
they're
the hell is
polygamous.
even that?
Well, he's
We're
explaining
polygamous.
it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So they it's a husband and wife who are legally married in most cases, looking to bring on a sister wife. So they're bringing on another wife, and then in some cases they have a husband and two wives. They're bringing on a third wife. How about that?
That sounds exhausting.
Sounds like a headache.
Well,
If I'm being,
you know what?
if I'm being brutally honest here.
Well, I got through all the second season, and Bernie turns out in the tell-all he's nothing but a liar.
Who?
Bernie's a pathetic liar. Big Bernie from where was he from? Utah. Bernie's sitting there, and he's
I have no idea who that is.
Bernie lied to his wife the whole time about what went on in the courtyard, and the woman they were recording comes in and starts calling him a liar, and then all hell breaks loose on the set, and they all go outside, and Dimitri comes in, and Dimitri and Ashley are like,
all right, that's a great story. That's a great story.
Here's an even better story. So Karrion Kross beats the 4 best that NXT has to offer
all of them
at the same time.
That's
even
correct.
after getting put through a door, getting put through a table.
Through a table.
Like, if I've ever, I'm flabbergasted. I'm shocked. And it's not that Karrion Kross looked great. The match was absolutely fine when Karrion Kross wasn't involved. But every time he was involved, I just felt there was a vacuum in the ring that was just sucking all of the fun and excitement
Mark,
out.
It can't still be
of
going,
the
right?
ring.
Let's check in on Mark.
so then he's down in South America then with Roberta.
All right, definitely still has it.
Unbelievable.
We'll just let him keep going.
So what you're saying is you would have rather this match? No. What are you upset that they brawled around like you about going through a door?
I'm upset that Karrion Kross now has 0.0
0.0
contenders for the title.
But does he have any friends? He doesn't have anybody have his back either. He is a lone wolf.
There's no one believable on the NXT roster that can beat him now that he's beaten the 4 dudes after he's already dismantled Balor twice.
Right.
He goes through Cool Cow and Adam Cole Bebe and Pete English,
English.
and who looked sick in that white gear.
Love the white.
Right?
Boy,
Love the white gear.
if there's ever been a I see a title reign with your name on it, it's that white and blue gear.
By the way,
And-
my wife could not have been more disappointed that Walter wasn't on that show.
Oh, I'm very sorry, baby.
Like she saw NXT was coming on. She's like, "Is Walter on
Oh
this show?"
man!
There's your
Damn
man to beat him. That's it right
There
there.
it is. Yes. Big
And then-
baby Huey coming in.
I feel like they'll feud.
She also doesn't like that you call him Baby Huey, Tim.
She doesn't?
She does
on
not
Dana's
like that.
shit list.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe if he didn't walk around like a waddling giant duck in a big
I do
diaper.
see it though. I do see it.
Jeez.
But yeah, NXT's coming on.
I've never
So Walter
NXT now.
will
if-
recruit his Imperium guys. Karrion Cross will have to find 4 men, and ultimately this feud will end at War Games.
No, it does not.
War games! War games! War games!
Yes, because the championship will switch over to Walter,
But here's the problem.
and it ends at Game Wars.
Big Jim, or excuse me, Ryan.
War games! War games! War games!
And before I want to hear you. I really do. But I think Mark's tuckering out.
My favorite part about the Games War clip is when you hear Beth Phoenix go, "Oh!" Mark, how we doing over there?
And then that's when she said yes, and the next thing I know, they're getting married. But
Wow.
that's about season 1 and 3 is still going on. So I'll have to let you know next week how things turn out.
Fill us back in now, Tim. I think we're gassed out for a little while.
Here's the problem with that, Ryan. There's only 3 members of Imperium.
Right, he recruits another British fella.
Who?
Whoever. NXT
Oh, there's
UK is a
plenty.
thing. Bring him over.
No.
Want to wrestle?
Nay.
You want to wrestle?
I just
Anybody.
once.
Then have a 4-man War Game match.
No, you can't. Please don't.
You made me say it.
I did
You could have
not.
just said, Ryan, you were right.
You could have said blood and guts.
It's not called Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts is the AEW equivalent of War Games.
Yeah, it's obviously the better version because I don't have to.
War games! War games! War games! War games!
That one was a slip. That one I didn't intentionally do.
Yeah, that's what
Now,
happens when you play a
I don't think you
dangerous
can-
game. You win dangerous prizes, and
You can't have a
Trigger
war
finger
games
Ji-
with just 4 people, can you?
I don't think it's in
War
the.
games! War games! War games!
I forgot we have to say it backwards. I don't think there's a Game Wars rulebook.
Games! War games! War games! War games!
I also don't love Beth Phoenix on commentary. I'm sorry if that upsets
Whoa.
anybody.
would you rather Beth Phoenix or Mauro Ranallo?
I'd rather fraud.
mind that.
That's all you need to hear.
But they're two different.
I never minded the
commentary
Mamma Mia. The
positions,
Mamma
though.
Mia every once in a while was fine. Everybody has. Hey, that's too many now.
But
Actually,
Mamma Mia was okay.
right.
The problem was Kyle O'Reilly with his concussive kicks to the cranium of Karrion Kross.
All right, alliteration's not your thing.
Everything with him was alliteration. It was either
Um,
alliteration or he was using rap lyrics from the
Correct.
song he found through his Sirius
Excalibur.
XM.
Excalibur is getting tomorrow. My problem
There's
with Maro.
no way he's anywhere close tomorrow.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Oh my god.
My biggest problem with Morrow, and it's not his fault because he comes from the combat and boxing world, where literally
Jim said
every
comes.
where literally every single moment
Come in my face!
could be the end of the fight. Literally every moment could be the
That's
end
not
of the fight.
true. Have you ever watched the UFC fight? That opening bell 1 second in cannot be the end of the match.
Okay.
Did you watch
The-
Jake Paul and Floyd Mayweather? Because there wasn't a second.
No, because I'm
in
not a
that-
sucker to pay that kind of money.
There wasn't a second in that.
Did you
thing
hear?
that
Did
looked
you
like
see
there was
Floyd
a winner.
Mayweather was said he's like the most legal like money theft of all time. He's roping
I have
all
seen
those
newlywed
morons in.
couples
My
further apart dancing than those two did.
my favorite part of the whole thing was Money Mayweather getting interviewed in the middle of the ring and saying the line, "I was having a fun."
Yeah. Like, are you fun? Like,
I
and
was
people paid
having
what?
a fun.
Like, was that how much was that fight? Was it $50?
I don't even know.
I couldn't
$60?
even tell you.
These dumb suckers that bought the line and went in and bought that. Mark probably saw it for free on his damn Superbox.
As I was just going to say, Jim, on
What
the
what
Superbox,
language was the commentary in for that one, Mark?
this time I think it was Mandarin Chinese, and I knew a little bit of it, but I'm not fluent.
Mark, the only Mandarin you know is a fucking Mandarin orange.
Well, you're not wrong.
It was
Available
$49.99.
listen every Tuesday at Roots.
Yeah, so $50, you dumb sucker.
There was
Anybody.
other matches though, right? Like it wasn't just a one match card, was it?
Who cares?
If you enjoy boxing, I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't
Nobody
know.
gives a shit about undercards on these things.
That's fair. Mark, what's behind you?
Oh, that's the Masters of the Universe and WWE line. Let me see if I can reach it here.
Who are the wrestlers?
Well, you got John Cena,
Oh.
and you got Triple H.
Down a little lower, Mark. Up higher.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Now the Triple H has the Terror Claws. Did you have Terror Claws before, Smokey?
I've never had. No, is that?
I've had
is
a
that
bear
I prefer bear claws.
They have Bear Claws.
And
These are
homage,
Terror
right
Claws.
in this reason.
Now, where did you find that at? Was that at a collectible shop? I don't know.
Well,
Oh, by
actually,
the,
my,
I was right next to old Mother Truckers today. I had to get new tires on my vehicle.
Mother Truckers.
Yeah, I sat in the lobby of the tire place. I didn't go over to
That's
Mother
smart.
Truckers.
I don't.
I heard there's a lot of parking available at Mother Truckers.
I've been in there. They've actually got some really cool shit. I'm not gonna lie. Great little.
But anyway,
store.
my issue.
It's right next to the record store. By
It
the
is.
way.
I should have probably went in the record store, but I didn't know how long the tires were going to take.
I get it.
You go to
my-
O'Reilly's Auto Parts.
Where is it? There it is.
Auto Parts.
Real quick, before we get going any further, Jim and I engaged in banter the other day with sheets, like actual real
We
sheets
did. We
on
absolutely did.
Facebook. Not even their Twitter. They get like really retweety on Twitter. This was like their sheets Facebook. I thought it was getting real serious, and we were close to a sponsorship. We were not. They didn't even give us a free fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, we didn't even get shirts.
Couldn't even get a free
They claimed that
MPO
you
card.
have fat sizes too.
Right. They specifically said we have big boy sizes for your big boy appetites,
Yeah.
and we didn't win shit.
And
get
I would like to formally say that Sheets sucks.
The fuck out of
Go
here.
Wawa.
Can I have I don't know, anything warm at Wawa? No, because we just make decent hoagies. The fuck
That's
out of
not
here,
true.
Tim. That's
Wawa's
unbelievable.
fantastic. Wawa has great meatballs that are piping hot. Wawa has
On a sub, go ahead. You can get a bowl of them, right? If you don't want to eat
a
bread.
bowl of meatballs.
Oh, I'm watching my weight. I don't want to eat bread, but I want to eat fucking gas station meatballs.
Okay, first off,
keep going.
Don't speak shit on eating food from a gas station because it's literally what you do at Sheets. Okay, like, and I'm sure you've eaten.
Oh,
food
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All of the food at Sheets has a funny gimmick because it's a schmuffin or a schmagel or a schmaderschmah.
Biscuit. Look, I like both of them. There are two different worlds.
Yes. Okay.
Sheets
Now.
and Wawa.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Wawa. Okay, if we're gonna compare this to like a relationship, Wawa is the girl you take home to your parents.
Exactly.
Yes,
Sheets
absolutely.
is that midnight drunk hookup that you only tell your friends about.
Right, with the really hot tattoo. Yes, I want that.
I'm almost 35 years old. I'm past that life.
It's true.
Unreal.
It comes
Wawa
back
has
around
great
again, Jim.
breakfasts.
I'm sure
They
it
have
does.
They have a fantastic breakfast quesadilla.
Wendy's has great breakfast. Nobody goes to Wendy's for breakfast.
Because
What about
everybody
Taco Bell?
knows it's Baconator time, baby.
They have a breakfast baconator. First off,
No, it's not the same. I don't get eggs on my breakfast sandwiches anymore.
What?
Yeah, egg is weird.
What? No, what?
Egg
now,
on
real talk.
breakfast sandwich? Yeah.
Did Doc tell you that it wants the cholesterol?
No,
I literally had an egg McMuffin and a sausage McMuffin with egg this morning.
I just get the regular sausage. I just get the sausage McMuffin with no egg.
No.
You also, Jim, look like the guy that would like go to Red Robin and be like, "I want egg on this burger."
Well, you're not wrong.
For no reason.
I love egg on
the
a burger.
Johnny Tsunami burger. Add
I
egg.
love egg on a burger. You bite into it, you get that yolk running through your beard.
Oh, that's
I
so
don't like
disgusting.
runny- I don't
Oh
like
my
runny
god,
eggs.
it's so good.
There is nothing attractive about a sunny side up egg.
Oh, it's so good.
I guess we would call them dippy where we're
Dippy
from.
in this
Dippy
part
eggs.
of the world.
Mark, you look like a guy that would enjoy dippy eggs.
You know, I like my eggs scrambled.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a big dippy egg fan.
I'm sorry, I
So
misjudged
you're
you.
a basic bitch, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I'm pretty basic. I like the pumpkin
You like,
spice
you
latte.
like an omelet? You do like omelets.
I love omelets. I had a really good one at Cuppy's Diner.
Where's Cuppy's Diner?
It's
I've
in
never-
Middletown. It's really small. You walk in there and you practically are sitting on the grill. So you got to be careful.
Middle
Sounds
of what
like the
town?
Pancake Farm.
Middle of what town?
In good old Middletown. Cuppy's. Cuppy's with a K. Cuppy's Diner.
Yeah, I hear you, but the middle of what town?
War games.
Oh, the middle of what town?
Oh, I can do this all day.
I can too.
Good.
War games! War games! War games!
Tim, I played golf with a guy who lives in your town, apparently.
Congratulations.
Because he was like, I was like, you know, you get paired up with random people. You start talking to me, ask where they're from. One guy was from Bel Air, Maryland.
That's
And
very
Blair.
close.
do you care if I mention the name of the town?
I don't care because people are gonna think you're lying about the name of the town.
Northeast Maryland.
Yeah.
is the
You
name
know
of the
how many
town.
times? You know how many times I had to tell people?
Oh, you put that in the group chat, and I thought the gentleman was just from the Northeast region
No, that's
Exactly.
of Maryland. I had no
Exactly.
clue.
Northeast.
I never knew
Northeast
that.
is the middle town of Maryland.
I did not know that. I'll be
Middle of
damned.
what? Oh, I get it. You don't want to tell me where you're from. Northeast. No, effort. Northeast.
Look,
is the
man,
name
I'm
of the
from
Got it.
Northeast.
Didn't know that.
Northeast. But what's
Yeah.
its name?
Northeast.
I want to name a town over there.
Over
I
there.
live over there.
Is that near Dundalk?
I don't think so.
I've heard
Okay.
Dundalk is a shithole, by the way.
I heard Dundalk's
so-
beautiful this time of year.
I don't think people from
Northeast-
Dundalk would say that, Mark.
Northeast is near Rising Sun. It's near Elkton.
Havre de Grace.
Havre de Grace isn't far.
Okay. All right.
What about Chevy Chase?
Chevy Chase is in Virginia.
Is it? I thought it was Maryland.
I thought it was Maryland.
But it's like DC, Maryland.
But it's still Maryland. It's not Virginia.
It's all the same.
Maryland might be
I
the
feel
most
like when you
fucky
get to-
laid out state I've ever seen.
Oh, it's goofy because of all the
Oh.
banks and
Oh, I mean,
got to drive over that big ass bridge at Big Jim. almost had
Alaska.
on-
Alaska's pretty wonky too.
Well, do they count?
yes.
I mean, I know they're a state, but like, do they count?
yes, because you can stand on your porch and see Russia.
I feel like Alaska only gets wonky on that weird little tail flippy
I
thing.
can see Russia from my house. But there's like parts of Alaska that like literally nobody lives in. Like, it's like
Have you seen Maryland?
That's true.
Hold on.
That's true.
Just like
Have you seen Mountain Men? People do live in those parts of
So
Alaska.
funny story. You mentioned Havre de Grace. So that my friends of my parents used to own a beach house in Bowers Beach, Delaware. It's on the bay. And we had gone down there, and my cousin and his wife were set to come down, and they had to leave a little bit later because his wife got off work later or something like that. And
irrelevant to the story, Jim. Continue.
irrelevant to the story. So they were supposed to get
What
down
color
there. Like,
car did they drive, though?
I don't know. They were supposed to be right down there around 8:00. It's like 8:30 at night. We're like, all right. I gave him a call, and it's like, where are you guys? And they're like, I don't know. I think we're like in Maryland or something. I'm like, you're supposed to be in Delaware. And he's like, I think we're going over a bridge though. I was like, cool. What body of water are you going over? And he goes, I think it's the Susquehanna. And I'm like, no, you're way off, dude. You're very confused. I'm like, just hang on the phone with me and tell me the next exit sign what it says on the exit sign, so that we'll have an idea. Are you near Dover? Are you near where? Okay. So he's like, oh, here's one coming up. Havre de Grace. I'm like, oh, you done screwed up somewhere. So they got there at like 10:30 at night, and we figured out there was a shopping center. The way we used to go down, that you had to like make a left at a red light and then hang a quick right to get on the right road. Well, what had happened?
Hang a right?
Shut up. So they had to pull into this shopping center and change their baby's diaper in the car, and they actually had gotten past the point where they were supposed to turn right, so they completely missed the exit and just started driving.
You can't hang a right?
So I piss people off when I do this shit all the time. If people are telling me instructions or directions on how to get somewhere, they'll say, take a left. And I'm like, how do you take a left?
Oh.
Hang a
You're
right.
gonna hang a Louis.
How you hang what?
Hang a
I'm
Louis.
driving.
Hang a Louis.
Hook a Yui. That's what.
So you're the guy that's like at the checkout and is like, have a good one, and you're like, a good one what?
No, but I love have a good one.
Have a good one what?
I love have a good one. But I just
have a good one, everybody.
I hope your flight's delayed for that.
It's bullshit. My English. Joke's on you. I'm not flying anywhere. No,
manifest.
Blame my English teacher.
Don't, Ryan.
I know.
Don't.
I know. Fuck you, NBC.
I don't need that tonight.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Fucking NBC. Fuck you, NBC.
How dare
it
you?
That was a great show. I enjoyed it just as much as Jim.
You take it back.
We're both in mourning for that. I mean, I'm in mourning too.
Goddamn.
In morning at night.
NBC.
You're in mourning.
Fucking NBC.
What happened to NBC?
They canceled Manifest.
They owned the WWE network and ruined it.
Yeah, honest to God, you're not kidding. They ruined the
I don't
WWE
give
network.
a shit about the cock, okay? My pay-per-view streamed just fine, better than they did on the WWE network. But goddamn fucking Manifest, man! I swear to God, it needs to.
Grades on Takeover.
Since John Moxley says, "All right, come on, let's get this shit over."
No.
C. It was there, but it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was there. It gave me something to do on a Sunday. Mark.
You know what? I'm going to give it the lowest grade I ever gave it Takeover. I'm going to have to give it a B, and I'm sorry that upsets anyone.
A B is your lowest grade. Holy hell.
For Takeover. I thought all the other Takeovers were really good.
Damn. Ryan.
Damn. Yeah, C+.
And
it's an average show.
Tim.
The absolute lowest C- you can give the show.
Okay.
You're a heel.
1 point above a D.
He's a heel.
So what is that, like a 74?
Yeah. No, 73 would be a C-.
A 73 then.
73. Devin gives it a B. He was all right with it.
Thank you.
All right with it. It was there.
You also
like
bumped people.
You gave me the In Your House set. You gave me Todd Pettengill. Those things gave it like those things were great.
Before you gave me Todd Pettengill, you hung a poor girl out to dry.
How do you hang a poor girl out to dry?
Because the microphone didn't work, and you made it seem like she was lip singing, but she wasn't.
Ashley Simpson was there.
No, Naomi Fox, whatever her name was. Naomi.
That was tough. That was a tough moment.
Yeah, WWE hung her out to dry because the mic failed, and then they were just cutting all around, and it was supposed to be her big debut, and they didn't give no F.
Like at that point, they should have just kept playing video clips, and never showed her.
They would never do that to Poppy.
No, and they sure as heck didn't do it to Todd Pettengill
or Flo Rida.
I know, right?
I mean,
if they pulled that ish on Snoop Dogg, he'd have took his Hall of Fame ring off right there and spiked it on the ground. He's like, I don't need this no more, baby.
And then frog splash somebody over in AEW.
Sasha, let's get out of here.
Our Pro Wrestling Scorecard faction page. Congratulations to the fellow, not the Tool Man, for winning that group. We have
I know that guy.
We have a faction over there. You fill out the scorecards. It's free to enter. It's a lot of fun. Jim, you may or may not have brought up the rear with the lowest amount of points that week.
So
You
nothing's
suck.
new. So nothing's new when it comes to the scorecard.
Rodzilla, CCW Ref, M. Briner, and then myself also round out the top
Bernier.
5.
Not Briner, Bernier.
Briner.
Say what you want.
Briner.
Brenier. Brenier. M. Brazier won, or he came in 3rd. Great job. Make sure you fill out your new card for Heck in a Sec. That'll be happening this weekend.
Yeah, which we will talk about here in just a little bit. But
we're doing that too?
Yeah, that's
great. This is a fun show. Yep, we got a lot to talk about.
Let's get to our wrestler of the week.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These 5 guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Recount Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
So, just Sheamus's giant face.
So Matt's already on the screen.
All right,
let's get Matt over and done with.
Let's do Matt.
Matt listened to peer pressure from what's his face, Charlie, and put Miko Satomura at number 1.
He did,
because I think that some of the handwritten ransom notes from Charlie got to some of us and not all of us. I did not get this one. Matt's got Miko Satomura first, and then he's got Killer Karrion Kross second.
Oh, this is definitely Charlie's note.
Yeah, and then he's got Eva Marie third. But
that was me threatening him.
Yeah, so literally
that's how he actually. It's actually how he got the week off. I said if you put Eva Marie as your number 3.
All threats here. So Miko Satomura, Killer Karrion Kross, and Eva Marie. Did you know that Killer Karrion Kross is?
Yep, we get it.
Yeah, we.
Yikes.
We. Woof.
Hi, I'm Drake. He's my favorite wrestler.
I don't want the vaccine.
Dude, he came up on like people you may know on my Facebook feed, and I don't know if it's a real account or if it's somebody else, but holy shit. Just to click and go through some of that guy's stuff. Everything's very public.
Who's that?
They all are.
The Q ref?
Yeah.
Drake the
worst.
worst.
Of course it's public.
Drake the worst.
Do you think any of the people of that persuasion are going to do anything without making their post public?
No.
Serious.
No. And it's great. Like he hides under the masquerade of like, I don't want and I don't either, like child abductions and shit like that. Like that's something serious, and we can have a real conversation about that one day. But don't like hide under that when really your motive is to like infringe on the rights of other people, women especially. I don't know. I'm not going to get political on this show. I feel like I'm real close. I'm going to just stop.
Save it for Twitter.
Well, Ryan, you're up next. So what do you have for your pick for top 3?
Number 3 was Miko Satomura. What a great match. We all, I'm sure, watched it. But she made our lists. Look, fuck it. You guys can't see the other 3 guys laughing because it's the goddamn truth, and I'm the only one with the balls big enough to say it. You're muted. Don't want to hear it.
I switched our camera to show all of us.
Did you? Oh,
yeah,
thank you. I appreciate that.
Jerk.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Number 2 is Eva Marie. She's back and she's undefeated. As long as Eva Marie's undefeated streak will be on, she will probably be on my list. Mark it down. I'll put her number 1 just to fuck with the rankings. I don't have nothing to lose.
Our integrity, Ryan. Our integrity.
I don't have anything to lose.
Ryan's got no integrity.
Your integrity, maybe. That doesn't weigh anything on me. Number 1, because he is a legitimate champion with the most legitimate championship win we saw in the past 7 days. L.A. Knight. That's right, folks. L.A. Knight, your new $1 million champion, won it in a vicious ladder match, in a match that I actually did watch. L.A. Knight.
Tim, you want to go next?
The pride of Hagerstown, Maryland, L.A. Knight.
I thought he's from Northeast Maryland.
No, he's not.
Or is Hagerstown, Northeast Maryland?
No, stop it.
He's from Northeast Hagerstown.
No, he's not.
He is. You don't know where in Hagerstown he's from.
I don't, but it's probably not worth $1 million.
The whole Drake family lives up in the Northeast section.
South Central Hagerstown's beautiful this time of year.
Oh.
All right, my
With
top
the trees
three.
blooming.
My top three. Number 3. Samoa Joe is back, baby.
He is?
He is the heavy.
I know he's there.
He is the heavy for William Regal. He done choked out Adam Cole, baby. He put some fear into the TikTok man. I'm excited. Samoa Joe is back. I'm glad to see old Joey Samoa back. Number 2,
That was strangely arousing.
Miko Satomura winning the NXT UK Championship from Kylie Ray. And Kylie Ray. After a long and intensive title reign in which half of it was held during a pandemic, so it doesn't count. And first of
I'm
all,
shocked you even put anybody from that fake NXT brand on your list.
Ridiculous.
Well, let me tell you about who I do have as my number 1 from that fake NXT brand. The man who not only won a title at Takeover in your house, but then knocked that fat $1 million man on his tuchus, L.A. Knight.
He sure did. Cameron Grimes, like a good dude, swept in, saved the day. I'll go next. Look, I'll give credit to the competitor in the match, even if she didn't have a name or didn't have her arm raised by a referee. I'll give Piper Niven the shout out as my number 3. I'm don't get me wrong, I am thrilled to death that the performer formerly known as All Red Everything, Eva Marie, is back. She has graced our television sets on Monday night once again. And man, all the suckers on Twitter got just they got just pulled, the rug pulled out from under them. They smashed their face up into the plexiglass. Every one of them that was like, Eva Marie can't wrestle. She can't wrestle. She's going to ruin wrestling. And boom, Piper Niven. Suck it, bitch. Eva Marie's back. She's got a heater. Piper Niven's getting the shine.
Hey, I have 2 questions for you, Big Jim.
Yeah, what's up?
1, have you heard the proposed name for Piper Niven?
Ooh, I have. I hope it's not a thing. I'm hoping that the fact that like Eva Marie tagged Piper Niven in her tweet, that they'll just keep her as Piper Niven.
I'm going to look on WWE.com really quick just to...
Yeah, Doudrop, DOUDROP, Doudrop is the proposed name. The reported proposed name.
Doudrop.
Could there be a worse name potentially given to any wrestler ever?
Karrion Kross. Yeah, it could.
Well, T.L. Hopper.
Dewdrop's pretty bad. Well, we just got over Slapjack, Mace, T-Bar, Reckoning.
That's
Rhubarb.
Foobar, Slap.
Rhubarb.
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 That was for the NWO Amish.
I mean, it's up there with bad names. I hope Dewdrop isn't a thing.
Second question.
Second question, yes.
Yes or no? Did you have to look up her name to get the name for this?
No, I know who Piper Niven is.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I'm not a commentator on Monday Night Raw. I know who Piper Niven is. But let me address that. Like,
here we fucking go.
No. I'm not going to make this a big, long soapbox thing. But, like, it's not a big deal that the commentary team didn't have Piper Niven on the ready. Okay? It's not a big deal. It's not an insult to Piper Niven. It's not an insult to fans' intelligence. Okay? It's not. There are instances, not one man gang, in the history.
Definitely not the one man gang.
In the history of professional wrestling,
hey,
where there have been repackaging of superstars and wrestlers outside of WWE.
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash didn't have their names until like
But even
Great
within
American Bash.
But even with the same, like even within like the same companies, like it's okay. Like it happens. They're not insult, and like if they're not prepared, like the whole point is she's a surprise person. Jimmy Smith has been with the WWE for 2 weeks. He's been calling MMA. How's he supposed to know who she is?
I believe it's called Ma.
Like, come on.
He's been with Ma.
My number 2,
Ma.
Killer
Ma.
Karrion Kross. Not the biggest fan of the match, but you know, he beat 5 other guys. And my number 1, Miko Satomura, new NXT UK Women's Champion over Kay Lee Ray. Insert Mark.
Hi, boy.
How did that match end, Jim? Was that a submission finish? What was the name of that submission holder?
With the referee raised her hand. That's how it ended. Intern Mark.
Well, let's see here. I'll start at the bottom of the top. Now we here. Number 3, I had LA Gear. Number 3, because he won that $1 Million Championship. I like that a lot. I like that whole Vic Rhymes thing you're doing with Vic Rhymes and the $1 Million Man. So it was nice to see LA Gear sneak in and take that title. And then he punched the $1 Million Man.
Unreal.
That upset me. But anyway, it was still good. The number 2, I put down the Killer Cross as my number 2, because he beat like 5 guys at In Your House. 5 guys beat him. He asked for that with the 5 guys without onions and extra French fries. Those French fries are so good. The 5 guys French fries.
Oh, fine. I get what you're doing.
I get it.
See the 5 guys. The green peppers are pretty good too.
I don't even see them coming.
The number 1, I did that Miko Satomori. Miko put one heck of a match on, defeating that long-time NXT Women's Champion. How many days champion was Kaylee Ray?
649 total, but yeah, pandemic days and.
Well, she was a fighting champion. They just couldn't. You couldn't see it on the UK television because of the pandemic.
Who was she fighting for 365 days of that?
The coronavirus.
Lockdown. She fought lockdown for a year.
She had
So was I, but I wasn't the champion of nothing.
You weren't a champion going into lockdown.
Says who?
You came out victorious, Tim.
Is Lockdown that match with the 2 rings in the big cage?
No, that's the pay-per-view with 6 sides in a cage.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Lockdown.
All right. Lockdown.
Wasn't that a TNA show? Lockdown, Lethal
pay-per-view.
Lethal
Lockdown? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the one where every match was in a cage?
Lockdown was every match in a cage. Lethal Lockdown.
That's what Hell in a Cell should be, by the way.
What, Lethal Lockdown? No.
Right. If you're going to have
every match in the cell.
That's too much.
Right, but if the show is called Hell in a Cell, then everything should be in Hell in a Cell.
No.
Tables, ladders, and chairs and stairs.
And pairs.
Oh my.
And pairs and handcuffs and
bears.
And bears.
And bears.
Oh my.
But yeah.
Oh my.
All right, so that was Mark's 3. Where does that leave us for the year?
Okay.
What we got, Tim?
So for the week. Miko Satomura tops our list with 19 points.
Unreal.
So
I at least watched Young Rock when I put The Rock on my list.
Miko,
go ahead.
That's why.
Drink a big glass of milk.
That's why Miko was second for me. L.A. Knight gets second place points. Killer Karrion Kross is third. Oof. And Eva Marie makes her way into our year-end listing with a whopping 4 points this week, which takes us into the year.
We're only starting with Eva Marie.
And boys, this list is really short now.
Uh-oh.
Top 3. Roman Reigns at 27, Kenny Omega with 17, and Killer Karrion Kross with 14.
Oh man, I don't even get to play the Cool Kyle sound anymore.
Not anymore. Cool Kyle is tied for 4th.
Yeah. Did any of you guys ever think Eva Marie would make this list when we started doing the Wrestler of the Week?
I thought Jim would have put her on once. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. I probably would have put her on somewhere.
I'm not gonna lie. Victoria might make my list next week.
She might.
Hey, depends
Wait,
on
no.
Could happen.
When's that PPW show?
Manana?
It's not is that this weekend?
No, it's in July.
Oh, so she'll make your list in July.
At some point.
I guess it's
Oh,
possible,
I wasn't talking about the PPW show.
Oh,
We're talking about extracurricular activities.
I see.
Whoa. We're talking about a cameo he bought.
The hell are you
Whoa.
doing?
Is she on
Jeez.
cameo?
Better be to save my reputation. What's left of it?
Play us out while I check cameo.
All right, that was the Wrestler of the Week. Play.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Recount Thursday brings to you the Wrestler on the Week.
Is she on Cameo, Tim?
For $59, you can book
There
a
you
cameo
go.
with Lisa
What
Marie
a
Varon.
There you go.
Who's
How
the
much is Mr. Ping
cheapest?
charging?
Who's the cheapest wrestler?
Okay, I'm gonna look. Price
On
low
Mr.
to
Cameo.
high.
Ooh.
Mr. Ping.
Dominic Truex, Anton Nathan, Joe Dice, the Masked Goat. I'm trying to see if there's
Yeah,
anybody.
there's a lot of indies on there.
There are there are two people, or there are 4 people for $5 you can get a cameo, and only 3 of them have 24-hour turnaround.
Okay, who's the
Nice.
cheapest wrestler that anybody has heard of?
Let me look.
Is Jocelyn on there?
I will tell you, Gregory Irons.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey.
$15, Gregory Irons.
There you go.
I got a couple shirts you
Smart
can do.
Mark Sterling is $15. Let me see who else is $15. Mance Warner, $16.
Hey, it's Manser.
Mr.
Okay.
Mr.
Mance.
Brainworms himself, TJP, is $19. So
Wow,
is
you couldn't pay me $19 to accept a cameo.
so
I know.
is,
I know what Jim's Christmas present's gonna be.
and
Oh,
so
we're gonna go down the cameo.
James Ellsworth is $19. I think
Jesus.
that's a couple of dollars too high
Yeah,
for him.
something like.
Usually under 18 is what he charges.
Yikes!
Under
let me see.
$18.
Okay.
We're just dropping bombs here tonight. Mark of all people.
5 and 10.
I took the opening.
5 and 10 from the Dark Order are $20. And so is another
Which
guy.
ones are 5? Oh, 10. Preston, right? Who the hell's 5?
Vanilla Payne. Alan
Angels. Alan Angels, right?
Yeah. And Dylan Bostic is $20. I would love to go through this list as like somebody in the chat, give me a price point that you're willing to pay for a cameo, and I will tell you the best at that price point that you can get.
All right, let's wait on the comments coming in. Let's time out. Let's go hear from the sponsors. We come back. Hopefully we'll have a response, but stick with us. 3 Count Thursday live.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
You're listening to NGSC Sports Radio. Hear us live on ngscsports.com, where you can get awesome analysis on all things sports. Or check out our podcasts on iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and much more. For our latest videos, subscribe to NGSC Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter at NGSC Sports, and like us on Facebook. NGSC Sports. We never stop. Recount Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
Are you looking for a place to listen to your favorite music and sports? Look no further. WLSN, the Lieb Sports and Music Network, is a web-based music and sports network. Our network was created to provide authentic, high-energy entertainment through live streaming to a national audience. We play popular music while hosting podcasts from all over the world. Curious? Check us out on the web at liebsports.com. That's LEEIB sports.com. Or find us on the TuneIn Radio app. Got Alexa? Just say, Alexa, play WLSN on TuneIn. WLSN is America's #1 blog-themed sports and music network.
Welcome back, 3 Count Thursday. We are live June the 17th, 2021. We are still the podcast of the millennium. If you're with us live on the Facebook video, give us a like and a share. We'd appreciate that. Also, make sure you're subscribed on all podcast platforms. Give us a rating and review on Apple Podcast if you're over there. Just go to 3countthursday.com. That's where you'll find everything 3 count related. Oh, I was turning down my wrong knob here. I was turning down my headphones. Couldn't hear myself. All right. So before the break, we had tasked the chat with a dollar amount for the for wrestler cameos. Devin comes in with $50. Tim, who are the wrestlers at $50?
So the way I'm judging this is the most reviews at a certain price point.
Okay.
And I'm struggling right now. There we go. There are 2 people with over 100 reviews at the $50 price point.
Okay.
One of which is not a professional wrestler. Henry Cejudo, former UFC flyweight bantamweight champion, is listed as a pro wrestler. He is not a pro wrestler. He is a man who tried to shoot a shot with Nikki Bella, but now she is married with a child, off the market.
She's not. She's engaged.
Henry Cejudo.
Wedding's on hold.
She's off the market, Jim.
Yeah, she's engaged.
Hey, do you want to read us an excerpt really quick from
Ryan,
Incomparable?
go to page 110 and read us an excerpt.
Oh, dude, that's where the pictures start.
Go to the next page.
No, keep going.
That page.
That's the page that's got stuck together. Who's the other guy?
The other guy for $50 who has over 100 plus reviews and has an average rating of 4 stars or higher is Impact Wrestling legend, ECW legend, House of Hardcore legend,
Tommy Dreamer.
Tom Dreamer is a $50 cameo. He will respond within not 1, not 2, but 3 hours.
Have you ever gotten a cameo from anybody?
I have not. But listen to this. Mr. Dreamer, this was amazing. Sean was really excited and is already using your cameo for him as motivation each morning before his workouts and runs. I tried to get the reaction video, but we botched our recording somehow. My bad. 5 stars from 4 months ago.
A friend of mine, an old coworker, had bought me one from Michael Sweet of Striper last year because he was a big hair metal guy. I love Striper. But yeah, so I have gotten a cameo. My favorite thing about cameo is the fact that Jim Cornette had never heard of Danhausen until somebody bought a Danhausen cameo to Jim Cornette. and then sent the audio to Jim Cornette. They read it on their on one of the two Cornette podcasts, and like Cornette loves the gimmick because his co-host explained the gimmick. Now, I'm 110% certain that Jim Cornette has never watched Danhausen wrestle, because if he did, he would hate it. But he loves the gimmick. He loves like the comedy, the whole Danhausen thing. He loves Danhausen because he's never seen Danhausen.
Ryan, excerpt time.
Except from Incomparable, the Brie and Nikki Bella story. This is from a Brie section. It was easiest to put it on the other female wrestlers. Because Nicole and I are identical twins, we saw things a bit differently. After all, we had to share a womb, and we knew there was a way to share the stage with other women as well. That's right, Brie Bella compares sharing a locker room with other WWE women to sharing a womb with her identical sister.
A womb!
They have shared womb space. This obviously was in context to sharing with other women, them being the newcomers, being twins in the wrestling business. Nikki didn't say anything stupid or disparaging, so I had to use Bree's line.
Oh, is that Kirby the
I thought that was a sound effect you were making because
no, that was not me.
Like two dogs.
Because of the
That's Kirby the Magnificent Fluffy Dog. He's upset.
He sounds upset.
What's going? What'd you
I've
do?
never heard Kirby this upset. Pick Kirby up. I want to see Kirby's beautiful face.
Pick him up. Pick
I don't know if he'll come up here.
Get up here, Kirby.
While you're working on picking him up, we have some breaking news.
Kirby's in heat.
I have a couple of breaking news too. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
From at WWE on Twitter, Rey Mysterio will challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal title inside Hell in a Cell tomorrow night on SmackDown. Tomorrow night on SmackDown, Rey Mysterio will face Roman Reigns for the Universal title inside Hell in a Cell.
Oh, what a
Does
beautiful...
he win the title and then lose it at Father's Day?
No, there's no fucking way.
0% chance that happens.
Zero chance.
Lock
no way.
It up.
No way. There's no way that they're putting this match on Friday.
Yes, AEW is running Friday.
Right, and well, but they're not running at the same time. But I think what we're gonna start.
Shoot, right.
I think what we're gonna start seeing is what they did with like WrestleMania is WrestleMania Friday is it leads into the might as well kick off your pay-per-view weekend.
Except Roman Reigns is the one guy you pay to see, and you're going to have him defend the Universal Heavyweight Championship on Fox?
But I still think he's going to wrestle at the pay-per-view.
Who? To whom?
We'll figure it out. They'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm
okay,
now
so
more excited.
There's no way tomorrow's match ends in anything other than a disqualification.
Well, I think Jimmy's going to get involved, and Jay's going to get involved, and probably a towel's going to get involved. Matt's going to need a towel if both the Usos are getting involved.
He's not watching. He's busy doing other stuff, which is
that's
way better.
smart.
Yeah.
He'll. I mean,
you know what else you could be doing
This
instead
match
of
after last night, I'd probably watch SmackDown.
This match, and we were talking about this before the show, never deserved to be on the pay-per-view anyway.
I agree.
Oh.
85-year-old
Ryan,
Rey Mysterio doesn't belong on a pay-per-view wrestling
don't you
the number
dare.
one guy in the WWE right now in Roman Reigns.
Yes, he does.
Thank you for having your mic off because nobody had to hear your ridiculous statement.
My mic is on. I just whispered. I said, yes, it
Oh,
does.
fuck. I didn't know that. Damn it.
Yeah, you jerk.
It doesn't.
Mic is on.
My
there-
mic is on.
Mark? Did you pick up Kirby? Is he still there? Or did he go away?
I picked him up for a minute. He squirmed away, and now
He
he's.
stomped on his nuts. I
All
saw
right,
it.
it's okay. Don't.
Yeah, he actually did. He absolutely did.
He
Stepped right on.
I saw Mark grimace. I was like, oh no.
I should.
He stepped on the.
You know what you could do instead of watching Hell in a Cell, since they're giving away the main event on SmackDown?
What's that?
You could buy a $500 cameo from Fran Drescher.
Oh, imagine like
Oh my god!
spending $500 to want to ram forks into your
There's
ears.
7 people listed as featured on Cameo right now.
Who that?
So Fran Drescher is first for $500.
No.
Cheryl Swoops, WNBA legend and Hall of Famer, is $100.
That's affordable.
Master P, a businessman and hip hop icon, is $299.
Boy, WNBA can't even get paid right on Cameo.
Bo Jackson, NFL MLB legend,
Sure is.
$400.
400 for Bo?
400. Bo knows
That's,
prices.
Who knows,
that's
man? I paid
200. That's
$400
$200 for each sport.
Bo knows cameo. Thank you.
How is there not commercials for that yet?
Bo knows
Anyway,
cameo. Dean Norris, the bald
Cameo
guy.
doesn't even want to spend $400 for it.
Dean Norris from Breaking Bad. He's he's Heisenberg's wife's brother.
Never watched the show.
He's $300.
Poor Cheryl Swoops.
Dionne Warwick, Grammy award-winning singer-songwriter.
That's what friends are for.
She is $350.
Whoa.
And
$350 well spent.
And for $250, you could get a cameo from the master of the 900, Mr. Tony Hawk.
Oh,
that's not bad.
Tim, can you check and see if Bowser from Shawn and Oz on there?
Let me look. Let me just type in. Let me just type in Bowser and see what we get.
Oh man! So I just saw this tweet get retweeted. They tweeted at 5:07 Eastern time today. I'm coming to you live from a Brandon, Mississippi Waffle House. I, a total loser, came in last place in my fantasy football league. As punishment, I spend 24 hours in a Waffle House. Every waffle I eat shaves an hour off the clock. It's 4:07 Central Time. Oh man, that's a punishment.
There are 4 Bowsers on Cameo. One is Baltimore Ravens player Tyus Bowser.
That ain't him. Come
The
on
other is Instagram influencer Walter Bowser.
Who? Nope.
There's Kenny James, the voice actor of Nintendo's Bowser.
Who the hell is this?
And then there is a golden doodle named Bowser for $15 that you can get a cameo from.
I would probably pay that.
There,
I'm a sucker for dogs.
do we have a name for the guy
Good
from
night.
Sha-Na-Na?
John Bowsman.
John Bauman.
Jonathan, technically.
How do you know that?
John Bauman.
How does it? Are you shocked?
He knows everyone.
33
Love it.
minutes. The guy tweets waffle number 6, and I'm eagerly staring into the abyss, hoping for it all to end. Also, 4 hours down now. 10
so
minutes.
He's 10 hours through.
No,
Right? Six waffles would take 6 hours off, right?
Yes. Every waffle is an hour off.
And he's been there for 4 hours, so he's 10 hours through.
Yes.
So he only has 14 hours to go. Act like this bitch can't eat 24 waffles.
10 minutes ago, y'all, they're going down like cement now. The heart is beating really heavy. Like I'm the only non-employee in here. Got half of waffle 6 left in so many hours.
The trick to me would be to not use any syrup.
I think the trick is not to drink.
Eating them.
I think the syrup would
You
slide
gotta
the
eat them
waffles
dry.
right down.
No, because all that sugary, syrupy stuff is gonna make them like.
And you have to drink like water or something. You gotta have some
Yeah,
sort of
water for sure. Definitely
or
no
like
carbonation.
hot tea, coffee,
Hot tea's good.
hot water,
Ron,
something.
do you?
Hot's
Ron,
probably
you usually
better. 'cause
take
it's
them
gonna
dry.
Here's what you really do.
I'm
You
not
s-
taking them dry.
You speed run as many waffles as you can in like an hour.
Just hammer.
They're not huge waffles either.
Right. So
I mean, they're
like
bigger
Eggo.
than Eggo, but they're not
Say-
huge.
Say you can get 12 waffles down. Just say 12 waffles.
You're halfway done.
Right. You're halfway
All
done.
take the booth.
In
But
the
then-
first hour.
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay, but still, you eat as many as you can, get to halfway, and then nap the rest of your time at the Waffle House because you're so stuffed from waffles.
You
So-
wake up, EMTs are
You
there,
mean to
like,
tell
sir.
me-
Right, they're gonna think you die.
Well, I might
They're
have.
gonna take you out in an ambulance, and then you're gonna have to start all over.
I should have died if I ate that many waffles at a Waffle House.
So, Charlie, can you earmuff it for me a second here? So
Who
somebody-
eats Waffle House waffles anyway?
You got hash browns. You get all the
Smothered, covered.
accoutrement on the hash brown.
Fancy
Accoutrement.
boy.
Chopped
Fancy
and
boy.
diced.
Yes, sliced, diced, smothered, covered, all the fun. What are all the anyway? So somebody tweets a picture of Karrion Kross with Scarlett Bordeaux and says, "Can anybody explain the character?" And a quote retweet says, "Mediocre white man." All right, Charlie, you can take the earmuffs off.
Oh,
now.
that was it.
Yeah, just mediocre white man. Okay. Let's get to this.
The 3 count question of the week.
So what we know is SummerSlam is in Las Vegas in the Raiders Stadium. From reports, tickets have been selling well in the pre-sales. I think tickets fully go on sale this weekend, I think. But the report, and this is a question that was the discussion we were going to get to last week, but we didn't make it. What does WWE need to do? Because the report is they want this year's SummerSlam to be this year's WrestleMania, meaning one big night, huge stadium, all of that stuff. So what does WWE need to do to make this show the quote unquote WrestleMania of 2021? Does anybody want to start us off?
Call it WrestleMania.
Probably having a live crowd is going to be enough.
Oh, they had that for WrestleMania.
But it was half crowd, socially distanced in spots.
Yeah, and they wore masks.
Cardboard cutouts in the seat.
It's hard to yell.
Those sort of
You
things.
can't yell
But
with a
this, this is like it's not going to be full capacity. I think it's like 3/4. You're going to have a big stage. It looks like, but it's going to be capacity shoulder to shoulder.
This ain't bad. I'm looking
What's
at
that?
M Punk.
I'm looking at because the pre-sale is on right now, and if you go to Ticketmaster.com, you can actually see what tickets are available.
Mm-hmm.
Row 117, you can get 2 seats together in row 10 for $250 a pop.
That's not bad at all.
That's not bad at all, Jack.
Nope, that ain't bad.
I paid that today. The 300 section's going for like $75 a pop. Shoot. I can do that.
I mean, they're not. It's not bad.
Nah, man, not at all.
But for me, I think the big thing that they need to do is I think you just need to get as many big names on deck at this point, because like WrestleMania was good, like it was awesome. You're back, crowds in the building. It felt like a WrestleMania, but then you knew Monday Raw after Mania is going right back in the Thunderdome. So it's like this was exciting, but you kind of your excitement was tamped down a little bit, I think, because you knew like this wasn't the start of anything special, whatever. So now you're going back on the road in July. This is the big party of the summer. This is the thing we've been waiting for. You're at the new Raiders Stadium, so this is an exciting thing. You're in Vegas. I think now's the time you get a lot of those pieces on deck. I think you're making calls to Brock Lesnar. I think you're making calls to John Cena. I think you're making calls to hell. You're probably making a call to Punk, whether or not he answers or not.
Yeah.
I think Becky Lynch should be on the table.
I don't want to jump ahead on the sheet, but I feel like in order for us to condense some time,
yeah,
I
that's
think it's
fine.
good to talk about John Cena recently coming out and talking about Roman Reigns.
Did he?
Sure.
Oh,
No,
talking
not that guy.
and
no.
talk. Yeah, I mean, right month, wrong topic.
Got it. My bad.
But John Cena talking about Roman Reigns, talking about wrestling in the pandemic era. Roman Reigns has basically said, if John Cena wants to fight me, he knows where to find me.
Yeah, I liked Roman's comments that was like, you know, John and Dwayne ought to stay on the set and stay out of my ring. I love that response from Roman.
And if he gets John in August,
There's only one other.
He might get Dwayne in April.
Yeah, he might get Dwayne. But it was in an interview with Chris
That's a
Van
big
Vliet.
match.
Both of them are.
That would be big.
John Cena,
That's a
Roman
once in a
Reigns
lifetime.
right now.
That's not as big as Reigns Rock.
Yeah, I think it's bigger.
But
no way.
Yes.
You throw the Juicy Uses in there, all that lineage. They're gonna throw Towels in. No way.
It would be a bigger spectacle, but I don't say it's a bigger a bigger match. It's more notable. Rock Roman is more notable.
You would put Roman over?
I would put Roman
John
over both
Cena?
of them. Yes.
Okay.
The next
So
time
Roman just rolls.
The next time Roman Reigns loses for the title will be against WWE's next star.
Yeah, I agree.
They're not going to ruin that. Like,
okay,
it's got to be. And I'm just.
I could also see Shane McMahon beating him.
The best in the world. Shane McMahon.
I didn't mean that.
Cena pointed out in an interview with Chris Van Vliet, the lack of fans gave Roman Reigns a chance to develop the tribal chief persona. He said, I also think this time without an audience has allowed performers, like let's say Roman Reigns, for example, to unobstructively mold his character. If you send Roman Reigns from city to city to city without a paying audience with paying audience after paying audience, there may be some audiences that don't even care what he wants or has to say. They just want to boo him or cheer him or whatever. Without that, especially when developing a character, when trying to get the message across, when trying to hand someone your business card, I think Roman Reigns is absolutely needed this time. And in it, he developed himself, his personality, found out who he is. So now when he goes back to live audiences, they're not confused. He spent his 15-month block defining who he is, and he's the one that can benefit from this.
There are two people that have absolutely dunked their time in the pandemic era.
Roman Reigns
and Bailey.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Those are the only two I can think of. You know who's a really close third? Riddle.
Bob Lashley.
Riddle. Bob Lashley too, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Bob Lashley, to be his is more partnered with like the Hurt Business in general, and his trajectory was going up before the pandemic hit.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Drew did what he could.
Sure.
I don't think he dunked, but he did better than Ben Simmons.
He's not putting up zeros.
Wow.
You know, there are some games where I scored just as many points as Ben Simmons. I'm just saying.
I don't even want to talk. I'm not a basketball fan, but that game was just
in
unreal.
that same interview. I'll knock off one of my stories from
Yeah,
the
keep
news.
doing your stuff.
In the same interview.
Keep it rolling, baby.
Van Vliet asked Cena about his possible return to WWE. He says, You're always dressed so well every time I see you, and I appreciate that. When was the last time you wore jean shorts? Cena said the last time was not this WrestleMania, but last WrestleMania. I can tell you this. I'm very much looking forward to wearing jorts again. It's been too long. So, I mean, I think the signs are there. That John is coming back to us here soon.
Especially since Fast 9 comes out. When does Fast 9 come out?
Got to be.
I'll tell you what, it won't be as good as Blockers.
Fast 9, June 25th.
It's a date.
Yeah, I mean, I would have thought he's probably more in line to come back when crowds are in, but maybe they start.
But I'm saying if he comes for SummerSlam, he's hot off of Fast 9.
Oh, well, that's true. Okay.
He'll be hot come Summerfest.
Yeah, like people will have Fast
Oh,
9.
SummerSlam.
Fast 9 could be the first movie that people actually go to the theaters and see. There have been movies out in the theaters, but
right, but this is
Fast
the first
9.
That's your summer blockbuster that people show up to.
It's Fast 9 and it's Black Widow. And honestly, I think Fast 9 is going to crush Black Widow in the box office just because
I heard they're re-releasing Not Another Teen Movie, and I will maybe be one of the only people.
Wait,
I
are
would
you
watch
being
it in
serious?
theaters.
Is that
no? I'm fucking no. Do I say serious things on this show?
Like twice in 7 years.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ, Mark.
Bobby.
Bobby!
Bob!
Good God.
Who
but
was
yeah,
his friend there, Mark?
Oh, that's Jimmy, the little Indian boy. He led Cindy and Bobby back to their camp. It was just over the hill.
We gotta stop.
We really gotta figure out another way to
saying
say that
every week.
shit.
I gotta I need to have my soundboard ready. So when he starts to, I need to give him the
he was that little Native American boy.
That's almost not as good.
That indigenous person.
There we go.
There you
Indigenous
go.
person.
An indigenous person let him back.
Much better.
It's
So
a
yeah,
good thing he didn't.
I think you just.
Oh, I better not say it.
No, I think for SummerSlam, I think you just.
Thanks for tapping those brakes.
I think you just need to put all your chips on the table. Make this show, returning stars. I think, like I said, all the big stage bigger than WrestleMania. I think you need to go, no pun intended here, all out for SummerSlam in Las Vegas. Like I think you have to make it feel big. And I mean, I think the return to fans in the crowd, Money in the Bank weekend, and then you're going into Monday Night Raw after Money in the Bank, and then SmackDown the end of the next week. I think you're going to start building some of that excitement with being back on the road. But yeah, you just it has to just be big. It has to be over the top. It has to be over the top. Marker Tim, what does WWE have to do here?
They got to bring in. They got to bring in Cena. They got to bring him in. I don't see The Rock coming in for this. Maybe Lesnar, and Lesnar would be good, but I think Cena would be within reach. Let's bring him in. Let's make it special. It's Vegas. Let's gamble.
All right, Tim.
If I'm honest, they don't need to do anything. SummerSlam has sold itself for quite some time, but also SummerSlam has been the show, the event in which big stars come back. It's been a Brock Lesnar show. It's been a return from injury type show. Having John Cena will be nice. Having another big name star would be nice. But WrestleMania did pretty well without any of that. And because it's in Vegas and because it's going to be an early ticket and it's going to get out in enough time for people to go catch the Pacquiao fight, which they have said, because it's going to be local time 5 to 8. So complete daylight for SummerSlam. They're going to get out early, have plenty of time to get over to the Pacquiao fight. It's a destination on its own. I don't know if they need something else. For them to say that it needs to be like WrestleMania, SummerSlam's kind of prided itself on not being WrestleMania. WrestleMania is not a party. SummerSlam has been a party. It's been
true. That's true.
It's been
Biggest
fun.
party of the
It's
summer.
been light. It's been like a different kind of exciting than WrestleMania.
I mean, does WrestleMania have to do the things they do? WrestleMania sells itself on its own, but you still get the Bad Bunny match.
Right, but I think when I think big like WrestleMania,
right,
I'm thinking part of that is we have to be in a big stadium, which means we have to have a gigantic, elaborate WrestleMania type set.
I gotcha.
We have to basically blow the budget on the venue and the extra stuff.
Right.
Where it used to be just a really hot summer show in the Air Canada Center or in like the TD Bank Garden or like in a
Staples
basketball
Center
stadium.
for a while.
Staples.
Right.
It was in Staples. It was in Brooklyn, and then last
Barclays,
year
right.
or the last time we had a SummerSlam in front of fans, it was in Canada. So for it to be in a stadium, I'm not surprised because I think the pandemic did WWE a favor, and kind of now that it's up, no pun intended, now that it's all lifted, expect to see your big 4 pay-per-views in big stadiums. At least your big 3.
I mean, Rumbles are they're baseball stadiums now.
Rumbles are baseball stadiums. WrestleMania will never go back into a smaller venue again.
No. Nope.
There is a rumor.
Right, I think we
that
talked about that for 40 Madison Square Garden.
They're talking about doing 2 nights for 40.
Okay.
Night 1 at MSG and night 2 at MetLife.
And MetLife again. That makes sense.
I think if you just, I would
two
just
venues, 2 different cards.
I guess they've done the
2 different price points.
Yeah, okay.
2 different experiences.
I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that at all.
It's a money grab.
Sure.
But I would absolutely pay the higher price to go to MSG just to catch a WrestleMania in MSG.
Yeah,
Right, to say you've done it.
I actually probably would too.
110 20.
And you the 3 of you.
Did they muff up not doing 30 there?
I think they did. I really think
and the 3 of you have already seen a WrestleMania in MetLife.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it was awesome. Like my seats sucked and it was awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, you couldn't get much higher than Mark and I, but I had a blast.
Oh,
I would do it again tomorrow.
People don't
I
go
would
to
too. We were
WrestleMania.
tight.
People don't go to WrestleMania for the seats.
No.
Right. I
It's-
mean, that's the same thing. I mean, we can let
Unless
this
you're
out, like-
literally remortgaging your house and sitting next to, khaki hat guy.
Or
a bunch of us got tickets to go see Guns N' Roses. We're not expecting a great Guns N' Roses show, but the time is ticking to say, hey, I caught Guns N' Roses live. There's not many more years you're going to have an opportunity to do that. So do it while you can.
Right.
I mean, that's why I paid more for Paul McCartney tickets.
Bingo.
a few
Great
years
example.
back
Right.
Than I would ever pay. Then I said I would ever pay to go see a concert, and I would pay double what I paid for him to see it tomorrow because it was that good of a show, by the way.
Right.
Right.
But
You just don't have much time left to do it. So
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
He was a
And
Beatle, for
I
God's
saw
sake.
a Beatle live. You're like,
he was a Beatle, right?
He was a Beatle.
And
Yep.
also, to bring it back to wrestling, while we don't have that much time left, we're also making up for lost time.
That's
which is
true, too.
another
That's fair.
reason why I don't think this SummerSlam has to do so much. West Coast, destination, people are getting vaccinated. Go West, go gamble, spend $1 million, whatever, and have yourself a blast. Like it
My
doesn't
broke
need to
ass
be
would roll out
special.
there with $150.
and just walk up and say, put it on black, lose, and be like, all right, that's my time, guys. I'm out.
See you guys.
Nice seeing everybody.
I'm out.
Who walk into the casino, walk out of the casino.
Have you seen that GIF of the the dog in like the trench coat and the hat, or no, it's the Simpsons grandparent.
Yep.
Who like walks in hat, coat, walks
turns
around. Yep.
puts the hat back on, leaves.
That is
100%.
all of us at Vegas.
That's literally been me in the casino. Like,
oh, 00. Are you fucking kidding me?
the first time that NXT was at not Ben Salem, Bethlehem.
Where Jesus was born.
They it was at the Sands, now Wind Creek, I think it is. So Ryan and I go up to the show. We're like, you know what? We're here a little bit early. We ate the food court. Really good food court there, by the way.
Real nice food court.
And then
that little town of Bethlehem.
We decided to go in. No, we don't have time, Mark. We decided to go into the casino, play, and I literally, I mean, I didn't spend a lot of money, but the money that I did spend was gone real fast, real fast. Same thing on my honeymoon. We were up at Wilkes-Barre. It's at the Mohegan Sun. My money went quick. My wife won money, and by the rules and standards of the fact that I spent money to buy rings and get married, we walked away in the black, so we were good.
There you go.
I lost money, but we made money.
You walked out in the black after all of that?
Yeah.
Darn.
My wife doesn't have the gamble triggered like I do, because like even when I'm winning, I'm like, all right, I'm on a roll.
Can't
and then
leave on a heater.
And then you start to fall, and you're like, I'm gonna get it back. I swear to God, I'm gonna get it back.
That bonus is coming back.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit, and then it never does. It's really weird how it works out that way.
I hit a hand pay once, which was fantastic. There's nothing nicer than standing there and somebody just counting $100 bills into your hand like this.
Damn, look at you.
That's like Monty Hall.
It was so nice.
That was probably my
let's make a
favorite
deal,
time.
guy.
That's probably my favorite
he
time working. I used to work at a bank. And it was so like, it's just as cool as it is being on the receiving end of like getting the money counted into your hands. Working at a bank and handling at like any one time like 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 in cash.
Right.
You're just like, God, this is amazing. Like, I don't even love money like this, and I just this is great.
Yep, that's not the root of all evil at all.
No.
All right. Any other thoughts to the question of the week? SummerSlam, make it feel like WrestleMania.
No.
All right.
That's a
Let's
sound
go.
clip. I'm ready for it.
I mean, I already had this one.
Fat.
So you're full of that stuff.
I love my goat, my fat.
All right. Let's go to this Sunday. There are, we're still going to predict this match because it's kicking off the weekend. But now I guess 4 matches on the card for Sunday at Heck in a Sec. Well, let's start with the one tomorrow, because now this one has the most intrigue with the breaking news that this isn't a Hell in a Cell match on Sunday. It is a Hell in a Cell match tomorrow night on SmackDown, on Friday night on Fox. Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief, with Paul Heyman defending against Rey Mysterio inside Hell in a Cell.
Mr. Uaa.
I mean, Roman's walking out with the title. Like
I think that's the answer, right?
Right. Roman's walking out with the title.
It doesn't matter what happens to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like whether it's a dirty finish, a clean finish, and it could be a clean finish, and then he could show up on Sunday and be like, "Who the fuck wants it?" Sort of.
I think he kills Rey Mysterio tomorrow. Kills him dead.
How great was
then
it?
Cesaro comes in and adopts Dominic. And for Father's Day, Cesaro then will wrestle in Hell in a Cell.
I kind of like that. How great was it? Roman
he can
Reigns,
nurse Dominic
party.
with those giant pepperoni nipples he has. Nurse Dominic back to health.
Leave Cesaro alone. He can't help that.
He does have giant
I'm not
nipples.
making fun of him.
Why are y'all
I'm
looking
not.
at his nipples? The best wrestler in the effing world.
He
Not
can't-
worried about
How
his
can you
nipples.
miss them?
You can't miss them. They're right
They're
there.
3/4 of his chest.
Huge. And I'm okay.
Huge nipples.
I'm not nipple shaming. I'm not.
I'm not.
sounds-
That's
it
like
sounds
National
like there's-
Geographic.
It sounds like there's a little nipple shame going on, and
No
I'm
nipple
not
shame.
here for it.
I love Cesaro's nipples.
It's not even nipples. It's more areola.
It is all areola. Excuse me, my eyes are up here.
I'm all Areola.
Sure, all you guys love Areola Grande, but that's neither here nor there.
Look, we're not gonna have any problems tonight.
How great was it Roman lawn darting Dominic last week, by the way? I watched
I wish he'd
that
do it again.
on repeater. Far.
Are you gonna let that slide, Big Jim?
I'm sorry. What happened?
Run that back. Go ahead. Say exactly what you said, Big Jim, and then I want everyone to do exactly what they just did.
How great was it watching Roman Reigns lawn dart Dominic?
Yeah, it was a shame.
Oh my God!
A shame?
No, that's not what he said.
What did he say? What
He
did
said,
he say?
I wish he'd do it again.
Yeah, I did. I said I wish he'd do it again. He can lawn dart him.
Just do it.
Like I watched.
Did you see the meme that they've created from this? The AEW meme. AEW throwing dynamite from Wednesday to Friday.
Yes.
It's a great meme.
That's so good.
I got it too late for
great,
Meme Monday.
great.
I can put it up, I guess, next Monday. I don't know.
Great. It was a great meme.
Great meme.
Great.
Such a good meme.
Great meme.
Great.
It's a great meme.
It's great. Okay.
Oh, I see what you're doing because I said AEW.
Right. Great. Singles match: Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. I think this is going to be a no contest. I think there's going to be supernatural shenanigans and whatnot. It's the last pay-per-view in the Thunderdome. So why would you not have supernatural shenanigans with Alexa Bliss?
Yeah. Yep.
I say no contest. Nobody wins, nobody loses. Tim.
Alexa Bliss.
Ryan.
Nobody gives a shit.
You shut up. Don't you dare.
The dumbest thing that they're doing on Raw right now.
Well,
nope. It's stupid.
No, I love it.
Fuck the playground. Fuck the stupid tooth doll. Stupid. Fuck making Shayna Baszler look like a bitch. I hope Shayna chokes her out. Shayna Baszler. I can't fucking stand what they're doing with Alexa Bliss right now.
It makes me feel things.
You say that too many times, you get put on a list, Big Jim.
That's what
list?
Yeah.
List.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What list are you putting Jim on?
He's saying it makes him feel things. She
I
looks
don't
like
know.
a little girl.
No,
She
stop
looks like
that.
a goddamn Satan.
Stop that.
You just made the list.
Looks like a goddamn Satan.
Devin has
Satan.
Roman Reigns. He has Bliss for this one. Mark, who do you got?
Look like a goddamn
Man, I gotta believe Bliss is gonna win. I think it's gonna be some supernatural things, like you said, and I'd really like it if they brought in Lorraine Warren. She'd do a great job. You want to talk about supernatural and paranormal?
You know, Big Jim, there's a genre of movie called a horror movie, and one of the biggest horror movies, one of the
Horror
biggest
movies?
horror movies.
Oh, I was thinking a whole
horror
different
movies.
genre.
No,
I
those
thought
are the
it was
ones.
something else, too.
Those are the ones you get to see next to Pee Wee Herman and regret it. A horror movie is one of the big movies of the day is called The Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
The Conjuring. And
The Conjuring.
one of the characters is based on a real person who Mark has brought up.
Alexa Bliss.
No, the other one.
I don't like that.
Oh.
Lorraine Warren.
That
I don't
one.
I don't like horror movies.
She,
I love a good horror movie.
That's why you love Not
were,
Another Teen Movie.
It's a great film.
All right, let's
was
I
scared
can't
for
wait to
watching
do the
it.
watch along.
Lorraine's the real deal. You don't mess.
We
with
should
her.
all talk at the same
all I
time.
could think was
Yes.
the lady from Mad TV. Oh
No, that's Lorraine
Lorraine.
Bobbitt.
no, that's even a different
That
Lorraine.
was
Lorraine at the
Ro-
buffet when she puts her face.
wasn't Ryan upset?
That's Jimmy
Oh.
Buffett.
Ryan was upset when they canceled that show in the '70s. Lorraine and Shirley.
All right, Bianca Belair defending the SmackDown Women's Championship. Right.
He's upset. He loved Lorraine and Shirley. He was a big fan of Swiggy.
I have no clue what you're talking about. And I'm not that much younger than you.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
What about you remember on Wayne's World when they went to Shock's Brewery in Milwaukee?
I have watched Wayne's World once in my life, and it was years ago. I don't
that
remember.
opening scene from Lorraine and Shirley, where they're riding the bike and then they're in the brewery. Then they went to see Alice Cooper.
Bianca
They had
Belair
backstage passes.
defends the SmackDown Women's Championship against Bayley. I don't expect Bianca to lose here.
We're not worthy.
I wish this match would have been inside Hell in a Cell. I wish this would have been one of the matches inside Hell in a Cell. But Bianca wins. I think she retains the title here. Ryan.
I think Bayley wins here. I think what Bayley has done has been an absolute slam dunk home run 3-point shot from Ben Simmons, something you just don't see happening. So I think Bayley's going to win here.
Ding dong. Ding dong. I would really like to see Bayley win here, but I think Bianca's going to take it. But I would suggest there probably is going to be some hair pulling in that match.
Could be.
Kinky.
Tim.
Yeah, I got Bianca in this one. I think this goes all the way until SummerSlam with some sort of really fun stipulation.
Okay. Devin has Bianca.
Now, does that make you want to change your mind that Devin also thinks Bianca?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I mean, he also picked Roman Reigns and he picked Alexa Bliss. I'm 3 for 3, baby. I'm going down with this ship.
Then we go
Leonardo
to Rhea Ripley defending.
She likes me for me.
The Raw Women's title against Charlotte Flair. I like Rhea. At one time in the history of existence, I loved Rhea Ripley. I don't know if I love this Rhea Ripley. You know what? Maybe the experiment's not working right now. It's gonna piss everybody off anyway. But you're getting back with fans soon, so why the hell not? Charlotte Flair, new Raw Women's Champion. I don't like that it's just gonna go to Charlotte, but I don't. It's not really working with Ripley. Tim.
Okay, Devin picked Rhea Ripley, so I can go Charlotte comfortably here.
There you go. Mark.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think Charlotte's going to take it. But I like Rhea, but I don't think Rhea's kind of like Al Snow. She's not really getting over right now.
Ryan.
Something happened to Smokey.
Still there, guy?
Bob Lashley.
Wrong match.
Bobby. I wanted to write Ripples.
Ripples.
Never mind. Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what I wrote.
Rhea Rickles.
Did it start with an N, Ryan?
It did actually.
Oh.
I wrote it at the beginning of the show. I wrote down Bob Nipples, Bailey, Reigns, Bliss. That's what my list fucking says. Rhea Ripples.
All right. What in the?
That's do Sam's meat? Is that what it says?
She's thinking about it. That's their little thought bubbles coming out of her head. Think about Sam's meat.
Oh, that's not do.
No, heck no.
Do Sam's meat.
Alice is going to have to do something with these prices at Sam's Butcher Shop keep going up, though.
What in the hell is going on?
You know, she can't beat his prices, but she sure can beat his meat.
That's like the American dream.
Oh, my.
You can trust your car to the man that wears the star.
How you doing today? You need your oil check, Tim. I'm telling you that. We got a little something on the windshield. Looks like them love bugs from down south.
I hate this show so much.
The American Dream, baby. I got a letter from my preacher this week. He said, American Dream, baby, you blur the lines between amazing grace and raising hell.
I can't wait to quit this fucking podcast.
Every week, every week before I come in here, I'm
I just
like,
inch closer.
This is the week I tell Big Jim he's got to move to StreamYard. I'm not doing this shit anymore. I'll keep doing the picks of the year. And then every week I come in here and I do this and I fight you, Ryan, on a weekly basis. And I gotta hear Mark wax eloquently on 90 Day Fiance or the Sisterhood of the Traveling Sister Wives or whatever the fuck he's watching
man, the Sister
on
Wives.
TLC. or that shit.
Do you think Alice was a wrestling fan, Mark?
I bet she was a big wrestling fan. She probably went to the fights with Mr. and Mrs. Brady, or maybe she stayed over and watched the kids, so Mr. and Mrs. Brady could
Do you
go.
think she had a favorite style of match?
She probably liked the. You know what? Alice looks like she'd be a big fan of that 2-cage War Games match. I'd say.
Games! War games! War games! War games!
I hate that I teed it up for him.
Hey, Big Jim, I got a sound.
I want this show to be over in an hour. And I feel like I just tee up so much stupid bullshit that it's my own fault every single week.
And that's why you get this. Big Jim, we have some breaking news. Can you hit the sounder
Oh,
for me?
we have breaking news.
Breaking
Good.
news.
I quit.
Oh,
we still have 4 minutes of Bobby Lashley sounders to wade through.
I'm out. I quit. This is bullshit. I'm gonna just chug the rest of this Zoa and see what happens.
All right, let's go. We have
Maryland man dies of stroke on podcast,
Hey.
chugging with the Rock's jizz
From North from Northeast Maryland.
Where's that at?
Where
Northeast
is-
Maryland.
Northeast Maryland is.
Well, it's fine if you don't want to tell me
Look
where
at
you
the
live.
map. Look at North.
That's got to be near Havre de Grace.
You just don't want
That's
to tell
over
me
by the
where you live.
water.
We
Sound
have
like I'm stopping by.
Drew McIntyre challenging the one and only. Oh, the sound.
Oh no!
I hate this show. Come on,
Bobby!
Thank you, for the love of God. Lashley in a last chance Hell in a Cell match for the Raw WWE Championship.
Something happened to Tim. He's choking.
Oops.
He's choking
right on the cock.
Oh my god! I almost had Zoa out my nose. It was gonna be too much. It was too much.
I'm gonna go ahead and this Drew. I love you, but it's
Bob.
all the way. Bob retains. Ryan.
Yeah, this match intrigues me. It's one we've never seen before.
Have we ever seen a last chance Hell in a Cell match?
It's until Hell in a Cell Backlash next month. We're gonna have Bob Lashley here.
Bobby!
Mark.
I fucking hate wrestling anymore.
You ever see the episode where Jan and Marsha had the job of the ice cream shop?
Mark.
For Mr.
Lashley
Haskell?
versus Drew. Mark.
I'm gonna have to go with Bobby.
Bobby!
Tim.
Drew McIntyre, so Bobby Lashley can win it back on Monday.
And then Drew can still have a chance to wrestle again for it at Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. Hell in a Cell Money in the Bank. That's the name of the pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell Money in the Bank.
You all right, Ryan?
Everybody's getting choked
It was
up.
tough.
They
Not
fired.
choked up.
They fired Braun Strowman for this. For the record.
Devin also has.
Bobby!
Thank you.
Bobby.
Bobby!
Bobby.
What are you autographing it?
No, I have a green Sharpie and there's white letters on the can, so I'm just
that's
coloring
fair.
them in.
Coloring them out. All right.
Because I'm 7.
Any other thoughts about Money in
Have
the
you
Bank,
seen my son?
backlash, Hell in a Cell, rake my back?
Can I just say?
Now he literally raised.
Can I just
Have
say,
you
boys?
seen my son? He says.
We've done a great job over the last 2 hours. And like, who's kidding? Who are we kidding? We didn't talk for 2 full hours because we were late. But also, we did a great job of talking about 2 hours worth of wrestling, and we barely watched 20 minutes of it collectively as a group, guys. Way to go!
True.
Good
Not
job.
wrong.
We
We
did real
did it.
good.
We did it,
We
boys.
did real good.
I mean,
got-
outside of Takeover, I don't think I watched but maybe 5 minutes of wrestling.
And the only reason I watched Takeover is because I had to do a live recap about it.
I watched Takeover, most of it not even live. Didn't watch. Well, I did catch up on Raw, but I fast forwarded a lot because I had to pause it. I didn't watch NXT this week. I don't think I watched SmackDown last week.
We're just good bullshitters.
I watched NXT to see Samoa Joe.
I saw the beginning. I saw Samoa Joe return.
And it was more because I was paying respect to William Regal. Because I thought
he was done.
I thought he was done.
They gave me the old rope a dope on that one.
Oh yeah, they did.
All right,
That was
I got
good.
one piece of news this week. On the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted AEW tickets have been selling at the same rate as before the it says before the pay-per-view, but I think they mean before the pandemic. Tickets for AEW Dynamite on Wednesday, July 28th, the Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina, go on sale to the general public this Friday.
I feel like just the word Bojangles would get Mark going for a solid 5 minutes. I wish you didn't call it that. I know it's what it's called.
I'm laughing at the fact that it sounded like he's called it the Bojangles.
The
Bojangles.
The Bojangles.
The Bojangles Arena.
Cesaro's nipples and then his Bojangles.
The Bojangles. Wasn't that
Just
that group
because
in the
he's from a
80s
different country doesn't mean you can just call him whatever you want to call him.
That's what the Swiss call him.
He put his pancake same way we do.
Well,
Bojangles first.
Well, no, but that's what they call a sack of hazelnuts at IKEA, the Bojangles.
He put his pancake same way we do.
Thanks, Lou.
The Bojangles. They
WWE
sang that song in the 80s, Walk Like an Egyptian, didn't they?
Yeah, they talk about one like
The
the
Bojangles.
Egyptian.
Oh, Mark. We'll talk about that on Monday.
The WWE had their tickets for their first run of live shows go on sale in late May for SmackDown in Houston. Money in the blank.
Money in the
Money in the
blank. Make
blank.
money in the blank.
Holy hell! This is
Money in the blank. Money in the bank.
Money in the Bank, July 18th, Fort Worth, Texas. We're all on July 19th. Meltzer noted the SmackDown in Houston did originally sell out. Some of the arena, wasn't open for sale. WWE opened more seating. It is currently no longer sold out, but is expected to do well. Money in the Bank is close to selling out.
Where the hell's Matt?
Michael Sam Houston.
Thank you. They opened more seating for Raw in Dallas. Meltzer noted the tickets for the show are moving slower than usual for a Raw in Dallas. WWE announced the next 3 dates in late May. SmackDown in Cleveland on July 23rd, Raw in Kansas City on July 26th, SmackDown in Minneapolis.
Yep.
Easy for you to say.
I need to go to
Ryan,
bed.
watch out behind you. It's Kane. No, Kane. Not Bryce
over
Harper.
here.
Yeah.
That one.
I'm not worried about.
I should put his head on Kane's body.
I'm not worried
That would
about
look
my.
intimidating.
I'm not worried about my birthday. Is Bryce Harper my birthday twin? One of them guys is my birthday twin.
Minneapolis on July 30th. Meltzer noted tickets for those shows have, quote, not been so good at all. So the ticket sales for the Kansas City show have been, quote, real bad, while Cleveland has been average.
Yeah, he's my birthday twin.
Got something in your teeth.
I'm exactly 8 years older than him.
Doesn't that make you feel a little depressed?
Yeah, I saw a report where
Or 6
AEW
years,
tickets
sorry.
were selling better than WWE tickets.
But I think AEW is in the shows that have been announced are Florida and Texas, states that gave the middle finger. And
New York.
Now they're in New
City.
York. Yeah, but those tickets aren't on sale yet.
Oh, when do they go on sale?
Tomorrow?
I love the fact that people are taking pictures from the top of that arena, saying how awesome this is going to look. When you can do that with any arena and see all of the fans that can sit around. That's huge. That's huge. That place is huge.
It's only 20.
I think that
only
seats
20
more than Madison Square Garden.
No, it's probably about the same. Arthur Ashe only holds 20,000.
23,000.
23. Okay, so it is a little
But
bigger than MSG
You also have to think you're going to take some of that away
for the staging and stuff.
For the staging, but you'll give some of it back for the floor.
Yeah, so it's gonna. I bet it's gonna come in around 20. Is gonna be my guess.
They'll give it around.
So what does MSG? Yeah, I know WWE always runs a smaller entrance package too at MSG.
MSG.
But that was the comparison. Oh, you guys are running Ash. It's not MSG.
I mean, I think it's cool that they're running a different venue.
MSG
It's gonna look real cool, I think.
MSG for wrestling does 18.5.
Okay, so it is probably going to be a little bit bigger.
I think what they're talking about when they're not running MSG is a wrestling building. It's like it's the Mecca. Oh,
Sure.
you're not running that. You're running the place where the US Open is played.
But what did that do for Ring of Honor when they ran there 3 WrestleManias ago?
Did they sell it out?
It was pretty full.
You probably did.
That
But
was, I
you're,
think,
you're also doing it on the biggest wrestling weekend ever. You know what I mean? Like they're doing it when everybody in the wrestling world is already in New York and only so many people can go to Takeover. You have 80,000 people for WrestleMania. You have 20 that are going to Takeover. There's 60,000 wrestling fans that need something else to do that night.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it was smart of them. I'm not taking that away.
I don't know how full it was.
I think it's going to be a cool look in Arthur Ashe. I think it's a neat building that they're doing something.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it'll look great, Tony Khan. I think it'll look great. Really great.
Is that a retractable
Great.
roof on top of that?
I believe so.
Okay. Because I do know there is a section that's open.
Yeah, I believe it's retractable roof.
I'm looking right now.
Like it would be, I know it's like because it's a Dynamite. Like no matter when you do it, like you're not going to have
Mark, what sport plays at what is it, Arthur Ashe Stadium? What sport gets played there?
That's badminton.
You're an idiot. I'm done.
It's close.
It's actually so fucking close. That's what I hate about it.
And something.
Oh,
what's
is
the
it,
name?
volleyball?
What's the name of the thing that they hit in badminton?
That's the birdie. Or a shuttlecock.
Thank you. Right on the cock.
Right on the shuttlecock.
You know what I mean? I think that's probably the big reason that AEW's tickets are quote unquote selling better than WWE, because they're doing it in states that have more or less been open for probably close to a year now. Whereas like the WWE shows that aren't selling as well or whatever are in Ohio, which is only like recently started to reopen. Missouri, like they're in states that are kind of dipping your toes back in the water.
It's also AEW gets to play the I'm New Again card. They were around for what, a year and a half, and then the pandemic hit. So now we're touring again, and I missed it the first time. We get to see it again as a first time sort of thing. And then it's just, it's the WWE coming around again. They'll come around again, and they've been here before.
And they're like AEW is playing smaller venues, which means your ticket prices are probably a little bit less.
Their ticket prices are significantly less. That was another really good point.
And you're coming off of a time where there's still a lot of people unemployed. There's people who are just getting back to work, getting into new jobs that they're not necessarily sure, am I going to be able to, go to this Monday night show or this and that? So there's probably a lot of factors that play into it. Hopefully, WWE can hit the ground running and have a better product when they're coming back into these live shows that'll spark some of the excitement for future ticket sales as part of this 25 show tour.
I want all companies to sell out and have banger shows and give me great television and great live events to go to.
ROH just announced 2 nights at 2,300. MLW is doing 2,300 in July. Like, I want these shows to succeed. Like, the more, whenever Impact gets back, I know they're doing Slammiversary with some fans, but like when they start getting back out on the road, like the more shows that do well, it's a good thing for the business. So hopefully that does continue. Anything else before we get on out of here? All right, let's close this thing up, and we will start with Ryan.
Have a great week.
Perfect. Mark.
Hey, if anybody sees this boy, please let the authorities know.
Can't do that, Mark.
That's not okay. What are you
wild
doing
today?
What is
I'm
wrong?
wild. All right, Bobby's been found. I don't want to spoil anybody who hasn't watched that episode of the Brady Bunch.
Like
Bobby and Cynthia are fine.
But the meme, you can't. Tim, go ahead.
And not the tool man across all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. If you care, I'm on TikTok. I don't do TikToks. I just watch TikToks. Send me your TikTokies. I watch them. If they're funny, I'll maybe laugh and I give them a hee hee and I'll heart them and I'll send you a message back. If you enjoy my takes here, listen to me on other podcasts at Final Place Pod on Twitter. Is Final Wrestling Place, where we take the nouns of professional wrestling, the person's places, things, and ideas, and we put them in the good place or the bad place. This season, we're doing stables, and this week coming up, we are doing the stud stable. I think that's what we agreed upon, and we're closing out with all of the 4 horsemen, so that should be really fun. And after WWE, every WWE, AEW, and NXT pay-per-view, we do Viewer's Choice live on the North-South Connection at VC on North-South. So that means that this weekend I've got to watch Hell in a Cell in real time and then talk about it. But luckily,
is it going to be another one of those like 15-minute Viewer's Choice?
Man, I don't know. It depends. Well, they just took all of Marcus and I's conversation about Roman Reigns out the window, so it could be really short.
Could be.
Like, yay, it was a show. Goodbye. Here's plugs.
Kevin,
and everything's
best of luck, man. I don't know what.
I know Devin's going to be out there Friday night at the CCW show.
What it is?
Yeah.
And Matt, I do know, or Tim, I'm sorry, I called you Matt. I loved Stable. I loved her time with Mark Mero. I think that would be a really interesting listen.
Stables, not
That's what I
Sable.
said. Stables,
not Sable.
She came out
I
with the
think she
burlap
married
sack.
Lesnar.
No, different person. But everybody be good to each other. Love one another. Kiss your homies. And we'll see you back here next week. Big Jim, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I this today we if you remember back to our old studio, my dog made some appearances on the show from time to time, and we unfortunately had to put him down this morning or this afternoon, and so today was probably one of the worst days of my entire life. It was a hard decision, but it was the right decision. His little body just couldn't fight anymore. So I needed this. I debated if I was going to do the show. Obviously Matt wasn't here. But you know, I asked my wife, I'm like, are you all right with me doing the show? Cause it's obviously it's weird in the house. It's quiet. It's empty. You can feel it. But I needed this. I needed to come on here and I needed to laugh and I needed to kind of escape for a few hours. So for everyone that listens to this show, whether it's live, whether it's whatever, I thank you. For the 3 of you guys, I thank you. For my friends and family, everybody that's reached out to me today, I thank you. Skip, I love you, man. You were the best. And I miss you. I already miss you. I will forever miss you. 3countthursday.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at 3countthursday. Take care. If you have a pet tonight, hug them, kiss them, because their time is much shorter than our time. So
love you, Skip. Love you, Big Jim.
Do that. Hug your pet for me. And until next week, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?